Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to sunny Barbados. Um, I wanted to explain to you guys this morning. I'm not sure if you can hear me with the microphone here and the noise, but a little bit more about the new pixel events that seem to have appeared in the last week or so. And they are automatic, so you don't need to actually do anything. They will just appear on your site, and they can contain different pieces of information depending on what is on your site. Um, and they're based on a system called Open Graph, OG data. And what Facebook does, and not just Facebook, but other people as well, Google and other people that might want information scraping from your site. What they do is they look through your site for data that is specifically marked up. An Open Graph is a system and a mechanism for describing in a structured way what is actually on your website. And an example of that is an address, that if you don't mark it up as an address, it's just data, it's just words on there, it could be anything. But if you put it in an Open Graph format, the system that is looking at your website will know that it's an address, and it can obviously use that accordingly. Same with products. It doesn't know it's a product. It's just words, descriptions, images. An Open Graph is a way of marking that data up to describe what it actually is. So the benefits of that are, for the first time, Google, Facebook, and other electronic systems know what is on your page. But more than that, it knows what is on everybody else's page because it's in a common structure, in a common format. And if you tie that together with pixel events, you can actually link up what somebody is doing across the internet. So if I go and look at site number 1, site number 2, site number 3, and they're marked up with Open Graph, and let's say we have a Facebook tracking pixel on each of those sites, Facebook not only knows what we're doing on my site, but it knows as a customer the sort of things that I've looked at, whether I bought similar things. It's building up a pattern of how often I browse, where I browse, what sort of things I look at. So Open Graph is a very powerful tool for a marketer. And how do you get it on your site? Well, as I said, it's not a pixel, but the mechanism for transferring that data into Facebook is via the pixel. So when the pixel is triggered, Facebook will go and have a look at your site and say, does this site have any Open Graph data on it? And it'll have a look and see if it can find it. And if it can find it, it will scrape that data and pass it at the same time as the pixel event. So if you've got the Chrome Pixel Helper extension tool, you can go to your website, you can expand the event, and you can see exactly what Facebook is pulling from your site. So the way to get it in there is either via the theme, and I think you're going to see themes written that have Open Graph data built into them over the next weeks and months, or via an app. And the quickest way to do it at the moment is to just go and install an app. Yes, you're going to have to pay for it, and they're typically sort of $5 to $7 a month, but you don't have to touch your theme, and that stuff is in there instantly. So instantly you get the benefits of that additional information being passed into Facebook. And from a marketing perspective, the more information that you give it about both your own products and the customer and what they want to do in their journey across your site and their habits, the more information Facebook has, the better it is going to be at showing adverts and converting those adverts into sales for you. A secondary benefit from that is Google will also trawl your site and find this data. So in terms of search engine optimization, it's quite powerful to help you, and Google will favour sites that have Open Graph markup over sites that don't, because it provides more contextual information to Google that helps them in when customers are trying to do a search. Reviews is an example of that. If you have Open Graph data for reviews in your site, you Google a product, you'll see the little stars underneath it, maybe 4 or 5 stars of reviews. That's Open Graph information that is being used in a real example by Google to better give optimized results. So Open Graph is a really good thing to do. It is not pixel related, other than in the case of Facebook, the pixel is the mechanism that Facebook uses to get that information from your site and pass it to Facebook. They use the pixel because it's only when an event is triggered that they will get that information. They don't trawl your site. An add to cart happens and Facebook will say, okay, what other information have we got to include with that add to cart event that might give us a better understanding of what is going on, and it will go and it will get that information and pass it through. So Open Graph, a really good thing to do. If you can get an app on your site, get a theme on your site or whatever, get that information going sooner rather than later, do it. It's a good thing to do.